In the quaint little forest of Mick Creek, there lived a family of bears. Mama Bear, Sammantha, was known for her kind heart and gentle nature. She had 3 cubs, Jackson, Jet, and Josie, who were just as playful and mischievous as any other typical bear cubs. However, there was one thing that always seemed to be a constant source of friction in their family: the cubs' unending bickering and arguing. Jackson, being the oldest, often thought he was the boss and would try to boss around his younger siblings. Jet, the middle cub, had a mischievous streak and loved to play pranks on his siblings. And Josie, the youngest, was always seeking attention and would often get upset when she felt left out. One day, Mama Bear had had enough of their constant fighting. She called a family meeting and sat the cubs down to have a heart-to-heart talk. "My dear cubs," she began, "I know we may not always see eye to eye, and sometimes we may argue. But at the end of the day, we are family. We should not take each other for granted and appreciate what makes each one of us special and unique." As Mama Bear spoke, the cubs started to realize the importance of cherishing their siblings for who they were. Jackson realized that even though he was the oldest, his younger siblings had valuable insights too. And as the oldest, he did feel a little more responsible for setting a good example for his younger siblings. Jet understood that his pranks were not always funny and sometimes hurt his siblings' feelings. He made it his mission to try to look at things from his siblings' point of view. And Josie saw that she didn't have to seek attention all the time, as her family loved her unconditionally. If she was feeling lonely or unheard, she decided she would look her mother in the eyes and just tell her kindly how she was feeling. From that day on, the Bear family made a conscious effort to show appreciation for each other, outdoing one another in showing honor and love. Jackson, Jet, and Josie started to appreciate the unique qualities that each of them brought to the family, and made a conscious effort to give more grace and forgiveness to their siblings like their mother had shown them. Jackson's leadership skills, Jet's sense of humor, and Josie's loving nature all worked together to make their family stronger and more united. As the cubs grew older, they realized that being unique was a good thing. If they were all the same, the forest would be a very boring place. Each of them had something special to offer, and they embraced their differences with open minds and hearts. And so the Bear family of Sammantha, Jackson, Jet, and Josie lived happily ever after, knowing that their bond as a family was unbreakable and their love for each other was unconditional. And they always remembered Mama Bear's wise words to never take each other for granted and to appreciate what makes each one special and unique. The end.